Hi ESA, I am Mohawk, and this is Kururin on Game Boy Advance. So you might remember this game from last year when I run 80%, but this time I'm gonna run 100%, which is an entirely different category. Should last about 45 minutes. I'm gonna explain everything during the run, so let's get started in 3, 2, 1, go. So what is this game about? Well, it's about a spinning machine that we have to guide through various mazes. So you start in the blue zone and you have to go to the yellow zone. Whenever you hit a wall, you get hit and you lose a heart. As you can see, there's a heart meter. There's a life meter at the bottom left. And if you lose all your life, then the machine breaks and you have to restart the level from the very beginning. You have some healing zones, which I've seen that, like the pink zones, the heart. And yeah, that's the game. But that's not it. There's still a lot of additional goals that we could go for. And this is the point of 100%. So we're gonna do all levels without taking damage. Like, it's way harder than not dying, as you might expect. Like, not taking damage at all is really brutal in this game. We're also gonna get all of the collectibles. Like you've seen, there are some paints, there are also some makeup, skins, and birds to save. So we're gonna grab everything. This is on the way, like this, for example. And we're also gonna beat all the dev times, which are called master times. So this game has a grade system. There are 3 grades: trainee, professor, and master. We're gonna go for the highest grade, which is master. The times are not written down directly on the game, but I do have a list of them on my splits, so just so that I remember everything and I can check that I'm not forgetting anyone. So yeah, the main difficulty about 100% is to get all the goals in a single attempt. Because if you want to complete the level without taking damage, then you're gonna want to play slowly, you know, safe. But if you also want to beat the master time at the same time, then it's a dilemma, you know. You still have to go fast to beat the master time, but not too fast in order not to hit any walls. So there's gonna be some levels with pretty tight master times, and I'm gonna tell you when this will be the case. So just to clear things up, because I've not talked about that for now, I'm proposing to run this game on actual hardware, unlike last year when I did my run on emulator. So I invested in the GBA SP, and I've practiced a lot offline, but I don't have any capture card or anything for Game Boy Advance or anything, so I'm doing this submission run on emulator, but I'm about at the same skill level on console. Yeah, just to make things clear. Okay, so this is gonna be a hard level to beat, just because of the master time and because the collectible is a pretty bad spot. Yeah, I missed it, so it's gonna be extremely tight. Okay, I just beat the master time by like less than 3/10 of a second, which shows you how difficult this could be, like to get everything in a single attempt. So there's way to make things a bit safer. The main way to make the master times easier is to skip cycles. What I call a cycle is a 180. Basically, it's the time you have to wait when you don't go. Like when you have to wait, it's a 180. It's about 3 seconds. So whenever I'm gonna talk about cycle, I mean a 180. Okay, so same with this level. I had to skip a cycle because the collectible is at a pretty difficult spot. Like it's out of the way. If I wanted to play safe, then I would have waited for a cycle, but I just beat the master time by less than 3 seconds. So waiting for an additional cycle would have been bad for me, because I would have had to redo Caitlyn 1, and it's a huge time loss. So now let's talk about the levels. In 100% we're doing all the levels without taking damage, as I said, and there's a total of 93 levels, which is a lot. They're very different. Like you have some long and stressful levels, which I'm gonna keep for the very end of the run, of course. It's more thrilling. And you also have some very short and technical levels with very difficult master times to beat. Because you know, the shorter the levels are, the less opportunities you have to skip cycles. But it's not the case of this level. It's pretty long. I'm just gonna make sure not to hit any wall. Like this is a pretty unforgiving category, because when you miss a level, you lose a lot of time. Like here, if I had missed at the very end, I would have lost more than 30 seconds. So my PB is about 36 minutes, but I'm still putting a 50 minutes estimate. Like as I said, like the time losses could be pretty bad with this category. So I prefer to make sure to make it in time and to complete my run within the estimate. I was originally going for 45 minutes estimate, but it's just too risky. Like the longer levels are like 1.5 minutes long, so it's better to have a safe estimate. Okay, so you can see me using these blue springs, which are the only way to switch between clockwise and counterclockwise motion. But they are not always helpful. Some of them are trolls, like these ones. If you hit them, then you just can't complete the level. You have to be turning counterclockwise to complete the level. I don't know why the devs were so evil, but they definitely were. Okay, so this is one of the most difficult stages because of this part. The level is pretty short, so of course I can't skip any side. Like I have very few I have very few opportunities to skip a cycle, and I really need to skip a cycle because the collectible is at a very difficult spot. There we go, see? because of where the collectible was, I had to waste a cycle after then. So skipping this cycle early was extremely important. This level is also tricky. You have a lot of narrow paths, and the master time is pretty hard to beat. Like, I just beat it by less than half a second. But this level, Third on 3, on the other hand, is pretty safe on the master time. But, so I'm gonna play safe. But again, I don't have a lot of margin because I'm playing safe. You know, it sounds a bit paradoxical, but this is how this category is. There's really no way to completely play safe, except in the very last levels, which are extremely long, so with a lot of opportunities to skip cycle. Here a short but technical level. Got it. It's really precise to get them right. You have to adjust your position constantly. So this level right now is like a troll, because you have springs everywhere. And it's very hard to control what's happening. Especially here. Like, what is this level design? Like, there's no RNG at all in this game, but it could be hard at times to get your way through this spring insanity. So this part is kind of a break in the run. Like, we have 2 chill levels before the hardest part of the run, in my opinion. Oh no! Yeah, I have to redo this level. So even if this level is easier than the other ones, I still have to pay attention to every detail. So the reason why I got hit is that I engaged myself too late. I was like half a second too late. And again, this game is really unforgiving, especially if you're going for damageless levels. No wonder why there was anyone other than me doing 100%. But yeah, I still think that this is a great watch. So we're turning counterclockwise to go there. We take the shortcut, which is way faster. A bit more dangerous, but that's okay. So now is coming the hard stuff. So the 2 last adventure worlds are extremely difficult because you have a lot of moving elements and cycles. So again, cycles are local. It's always happening the same thing when you enter a level. So I do have setups for every level. Like right now, I just have to wait. Then I can go and skip both spike balls, etc, etc. So I have I have strats and setups, but it's still hard, as you can tell. Oh no, I didn't make it. It's a straight 40-second time loss, I believe. But this is fine, this is fine. Oh man. So yeah, the skins are not doing anything. Okay. We're good, we're good. Oh my god. Yeah, this level is basically kind of the same type of level. Very long, a lot of moving elements, precise setups and all. Okay. The collectible was out of the main way, so okay. So yeah, I haven't talked about this, I don't think, but I'm really using the safe zones. Like, the healing zones are not completely useless, because if I hit a wall in a safe zone, I don't get hit, I don't take damage, so I can use this to set up my rotation, and it's useful in many cases. And I'm gonna use it right now, tapping the wall twice, and then the rest of the level is gonna work well. Yeah, I'm going before the cannons are shooting. So yeah, everything is important in my setup. Nothing that was done unintentionally. So we're skipping a cycle early in this level. I really want to do the beginning as fast as I can, because I have a setup to go before the series of cannons are shooting. You're gonna see what I mean in a couple seconds. I should be good. The cannons are right here. See, they are about to shoot, but I'm going before they are shooting, so I'm safe. So I'm gonna play slowly, because I don't want to lose 50 seconds right now. 1, 2, 3. Alright. I'm gonna wait. I don't mind. I don't mind the time loss right now. I'd rather not do that again. Like, this level is really painful. Alright. We made it. Last but not least, because it's a 3. So here again I have a setup, and I'm gonna use the in-game timer. I haven't talked much about the in-game timer because it's really weird. You take a 3 seconds penalty whenever you hit a wall. That does not concern us, since we're going for damageless levels. The in-game timer only starts when you leave the starting zone, like the blue zone, and this is annoying. I'd say this is the main reason why nearly all categories are using RTA and not IGT. Alright. Again, using the timer, that should be good. Because this cannon can be really... can troll me. Oh, yeah. Cool. So I've saved every bird. And I'm gonna reset the game right now. Because when you save all the birds, you get to watch the credits. But we don't need to watch the credits to unlock the next levels. So we're just resetting the game to skip the credits. Because this game has a story, if you didn't know about it. I haven't talked much about it, but I can right now. So the main character is Kururin, the blue bird that you can see on the bottom left. And our siblings got lost in the mazes and we have to save them. Basically that's it. So of course when you have saved everyone, then everyone is happy and happy ending. But we don't care much about this in 100%. Like, we have saved them because they are collectibles, so we collect them. But it's only a side, one of the mini objectives. So right now I'm doing the challenge levels. The levels are split in two parts, adventure mode and challenge mode. And these challenge levels are shorter but harder stages. The master times are especially hard to beat. So I'm gonna make sure that I beat every single one. Post buffering strat right here. Because I really need to save a cycle early. So there's not a lot of margin in these levels. Basically I have a strat and I have to follow it. See, you have a lot of narrow paths. There isn't much you can do. But at least, if I miss a level, I'm not gonna lose a lot of time. Whoops, see? So there isn't really much to explain at that moment of the run, so that could be a good time for announcements, like donation winning or sponsor, I don't know. So all the master times that I've talked about are based on in-game time, of course. So in these shorter levels, I'm gonna use the fact that the timer only starts when you leave the starting zone. Like usually I'm doing something different every time in the starting zone, depending on what's most beneficial to me. Like here I waited for like 1 second so that I could beat the master time pretty easily. But again, this category is real time, so even if I have to beat the master times, I still want to be as fast as possible in real time. Remember the springs? Well, this level should have been a nightmare, but okay, I'm taking it. Yeah, you have these columns of springs and it's just awful. It's like unpredictable. That's the problem. The springs are unpredictable. Alright. So I think you can imagine what's the most difficult about these stages. Like, they require precise movement, a good knowledge about the game physics. Oh, there it is. And this is a level with a nice skip. Alright. What is the most difficult to a runner's perspective is to remember what to do next in this part of the run. Because you're doing the levels at a fast rate, so it could be difficult to remember everything. I do have my splits as a reminder, but I'm really trying to memorize everything. Okay, very good. Waiting. Oh no. I could just do that, you know. I'm fine, this is fine. I could have skipped a cycle here, but it's risky. Okay, so this level is a nightmare. I hope I could get it first try. Nope. So I'm going for something fairly difficult. Oh no, I'm gonna make it. Because the master time is incredibly difficult to beat. Like, if I wait for another cycle, then that'd be very hard. Oops. So I hit the wall once, so that the cylinder is up when I go right. Oops. So this is one of my least favorite levels. You have a lot of counter-intuitive stuff happening. I want to know. Oh yeah. Basically, there are two spots that are very hard, like this one. The one where I had to restart. Okay, I'm good. Cool. So here I want to go fast and hit the spring before the next spike ball shows up. Cool. So the level 9 stages are like a pause in the frenzy. Like, these are slightly easier levels. Overall, I wouldn't say that challenge is the most difficult part of the run. Like, there's a lot of setups and all that. If you have played the game enough, it's not too hard. What's gonna be hard is what we will be doing at the end. So Stay tuned. So again, using the starting zone to hit the wall. See, I'm already using these pushback mechanics. Oh, not the map, please. Okay. Last level before we should get the Master Grade. Alright, let's see if I forget the level. That's Trainee, that's Professor, and that's Master. We got it. So now we have Master Grade and we have unlocked all the levels. Like the 11th row of challenge is unlocked when you have completed all the other challenge levels without taking damage. You don't have any master time to beat, so I can take any time I want to beat them, but of course I'm still gonna try to beat them fast because it's a speed run. I'm not forgetting that. I swear. Alright. Difficult strike right here. Got it. Cool. Again, pretty tight stage. Okay, I hope it works. Yeah, cool. Now the last challenge stage. Oh man. I'm trying to get the shortcut. Makes the level so much easier. Nice. So we're done now with challenge. We're going back to adventure. Thank you. And here we go. Last land. We have 3 more stages left. And then that's gonna be it. So last land is unlocked when you complete all the main adventure mode levels without taking damage. That had been done very early in this run, like when I completed Ghost Castle 3 about 13 minutes ago. But I'm keeping these levels for the end because I think it makes sense to do them last. And of course, it's interesting as a viewer perspective. Like, it's annoying to finish a challenge, while here you can really feel the tension. So yeah, these levels are basically extremely long. You don't have any healing zone, but we don't care because we're going for damage less anyway. So yeah, they're long, they're technical, they're stressful, and you really don't want to mess up. I mean, I could, but that's what the 50 minutes estimate is for. Of course, there's a lot of ways to skip cycles, but there's no need to add any risk to this. Like, these levels are already pretty difficult. For example, it's possible to skip a cycle here, but I'm not gonna do that. So I'm losing an extra cycle because I have to wait for the cylinder to go down. But I'm fine, you know, as long as I don't have to restart this level, as I've done in the past. Again, another spot where you could save a cycle. I'm not gonna do that. Okay. So you can see a lot of lighting spots on the ground. These are safe spots that were put by the devs to guide casual players. They don't really help me much because I already know what to do, but it's a nice touch, I'd say, in a casual perspective. But of course, there's a lot of like safe spots that are not highlighted by the game. There are not a lot of safe spots in this level anyway. Like right here, this is a safe spot, but it's not highlighted by the game. So it was possible to skip a cycle there, but I already lost a run, a PB pace to this. So I'm never doing this again. Dude, this is so stressful. We're near the end, I can feel it. We're almost done, or not, if I don't mess up. Skipping the springs. It's there! It's there! We did it! Yes! Okay, so 37 minutes and 28 seconds. It's a very good time, I'm not gonna lie. It went pretty well. So we'll check quickly that I've got everything. So all stars. All of us done damageless in adventure mode. Everything in the makeup. And all stars in challenge. So this is the valid run. Yeah. Cool. So there's one last thing to show. I've put an incentive which is to show the credits at the end of the run, like right now. Because if you remember, I skipped the credits in Ghost Cutter 3 because I did not need them to unlock the next levels. But there's still a way to watch the credits after the run. And the way to do it is simple and weird. You just have to complete the third level of any world in adventure mode, just as I did, and there you have the credits. So this can be explained pretty easily. So Basically, you can save the birds in any order, and the birds are located in the third levels of the adventure worlds. So whenever you complete the third level of a narrative world, the game is gonna check if you have saved all the birds. But of course, if you have already watched the credits once, then it's not gonna make you watch the credits again. But because we reset the game before we get to watch the credits, then the game is still triggering the credits right now. And the game considers the credits to be watched only if you have watched them entirely. So like, if I were to reset right now, I could still watch the credits again by completing the third level of any world. Like this trick could work infinitely often. But yeah, that was Kururin 100%, and I hope you enjoyed it.